Good morning and welcome back to another video. Is it just me, or do other people buy fruit and then forget that they bought fruit and then they realize that it's literally a day away from going bad, so you're like, eat all the fruit? That's me today. I completely forgot that I bought strawberries, so they're like right on the edge, but I think they're still safe, hopefully. This is my breakfast today. We have Greek yogurt, vanilla with homemade granola, strawberries, blueberries. The only way I like to eat eggs right now is hard-boiled with salt and pepper. I kind of go through phases where like I really like fried eggs and then I really like scrambled eggs, and right now I'm in my hard-boiled egg phase, and it'll just cycle through, so you know. But the nice thing about hard-boiled eggs is they are pre-prepared in the fridge and they're a lot quicker in the morning. I have my supplements here. I'm currently taking grass-fed beef tallow. I have heard that this does wonders for skin, hair, what else? Joints. I'm also seeing a naturopathic doctor right now who has like done a bunch of tests and everything and recommended that I take these supplements. So right now I'm taking Vitex. Whoa, there we go. Right now I'm taking Vitex, HPA Select. Let's see if I get out of the frame. There we go. Also, why is it that I always seem to film on bad hair days? Like, I feel like I always come on here with a bun on the top of my head, but you're getting the real me, so. So this is the Greek yogurt that I love to eat. It is the Oikos 000 blended Greek yogurt vanilla flavor. You guys, there is 17 grams of protein per serving. That's absolutely insane. And a serving size is 3/4 of a cup. So 17 grams of protein in here, 7 grams of protein per egg, so 14 grams of protein. And then I know I put vanilla protein powder in the granola, but I have no clue how much protein there is per serving. So the other thing I really like about this Greek yogurt is a lot of things that claim to have 0 added sugar typically use artificial sweeteners like xylitol, sorbitol. Anything ending with "all" is actually pretty inflammatory to your gut. And so I'm usually pretty wary of the 0 added sugar, 0 artificial sweetener thing. But this particular yogurt uses stevia leaf extract and lemon juice. Dang it. Well, that happened. Oh my gosh, I haven't even told you what this video is about. So in this video, we're gonna cover like reading labels and what foods are inflammatory. That health is kind of a trigger word right now. Like a lot of people I've seen, especially on TikTok, are really about like healing your gut, and I am also a huge advocate for that. I feel like I have had gut problems my whole life, and it can make a huge difference. But also reading labels can be really daunting and difficult, and like I'm not a nutritionist or anything, so take what I say with a grain of salt. This video will just be kind of explaining what I have found to be inflammatory versus anti-inflammatory for my body, as well as what is known to be universally inflammatory. Okay, I'm actually going to talk to you while I fold my laundry because multitasking. So I started listening to a podcast this morning, the LIVFIIT podcast. Just started listening to her podcast, and the episode, why am I so out of breath? Breathe, girl. And the episode that I watched was about getting out of a state of chasing and coming into a state of attraction without, you know, completely redoing her podcast. Basically, I just feel like I personally have been in a state of chasing for quite a while now. I feel like you hear all the time, like, you need to show that you want it and work super hard for it, which is very true, until it gets to the point where you are focused on other people's achievements and success and wondering how they did it, rather than trying to embody your own success and what your own creativity looks like. That was just a super helpful podcast for me to listen to. I feel like especially with YouTube, my degree is in digital marketing, so I'm a numbers gal. Although YouTube is a super fun creative outlet for me, it has kind of turned into a numbers game. It's been like really discouraging for me. My uploading consistency has gone kind of out of whack just because I felt really like disheartened, I guess. And this podcast kind of brought me back to, okay, like it's a creative outlet for me. I just need to focus on the fun that I'm having, what I bring to the table, and not focus on anybody else's YouTube or social media success. And I can still enjoy other creators' content, but be genuine and authentic in my own content. I don't have to try to mimic someone else's success. Yeah, I just thought that was a really awesome message. Also, I dyed my eyebrows today, and it totally looks like I had them done. So my husband is actually the one that taught me how to dye my own eyebrows. So get yourself a husband that can dye your eyebrows. Let's go. All right, you guys, reading some nutrition labels while at the store. This is a pasta that I get all the time. One thing you want to look for is how many ingredients and how difficult are the ingredients to pronounce. So I love this particular pasta because there's very few ingredients in it, and there is a ton of protein, and there's nothing here that really is alarming. Alright, so when it comes to barbecue sauce, jams, things like that, I try and get the one with the least amount of sugar. So as you can see, that one only has 4 grams of added sugar. Then just looking at the ingredients here, everything is really easy to pronounce. I know exactly what all of those ingredients are. There isn't anything like sucralose or like super artificial ingredients in here, and there isn't any canola oil, vegetable oil, or seed oils. Those particular ingredients have just been known to be really harmful, really damaging to your gut. Overall, they are carcinogens, so stay away from oils and seed oil, or vegetable oils and seed oils, as best as you can. All right, here I'm going to give you a quote-unquote bad example. So when it comes to any canned foods, you really want to look at the sodium level. A lot of canned foods have a crap ton of sodium in them. So this particular can of beans has 470 milligrams of sodium, which is a lot. But then looking at these beans, there is only 120 milligrams of sodium here. So that is a huge difference, as well as 0 grams of added sugars, because that can also be a problem with canned foods. When it comes to eggs, I like to get pasture-raised eggs, not cage-free, pasture-raised. When it comes to eggs and meat, I like to go the extra mile and get the more expensive organic things, because that's where I think it's worth it. Okay, so it is a few days later. I've talked about reading labels, what to look for, what to avoid, but I also just want to say, don't be too hard on yourself, don't be too strict. My diet, my way of eating is far from perfect. Those are just general guidelines that I like to abide by when I'm doing my own grocery shopping. It's just like a general rule, like the whole 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, I try and eat the least amount of processed food as I can. I also just want to say, I feel like every human in the world could benefit from keeping a food journal. Document the foods that you're eating and how you feel both before and after you've eaten those foods, and that will really help you gauge what your body personally thrives on and what it doesn't. For me, gluten, it is inflammatory to my body. I still eat it sometimes. I'm not perfect. We go on vacation, life happens. There are certain things out there, yes, including healthy foods, that are still inflammatory to my body personally. And how I figured that out was basically just documenting what I'm eating and how I feel afterwards. And I noticed a lot of bloating and gas and discomfort, maybe a rash or a breakout after eating certain foods. You can get a template online, you can record it however you want to. I personally like this template here. I think it's really thorough, but at the same time, not too complicated. It's simple for every day. And just document what foods are inflammatory for you personally, because everybody is so different. Another thing, I feel like this can be kind of a touchy subject, but I'm gonna be real with you guys. A ton of people, if you document this might be you as well. A ton of people are intolerant to whey protein. Whey protein can make you so bloated and gassy, at least it does for me. Protein bars, protein powders, protein drinks. You can buy like protein oatmeal and protein chips and all this stuff, and it's all made from whey protein. It could be what's making you bloated every day and you just have no idea because you think, oh, protein, like it's healthy. So if you find that you are intolerant to whey protein, I recommend finding a really good pea protein powder. I personally am not like the biggest fan of protein powder. I will eat it in my protein oats in the morning, but sometimes I just get so sick of protein powder. There's that weird like aftertaste and it's kind of chalky. This will help you. I feel like this will really help you guys. Something that I have been substituting is Vital Proteins collagen peptides. It doesn't taste like anything. Your body produces collagen naturally, whereas whey protein is protein from animals. Not only is there a ton of collagen in here, which is great for your skin, hair, nails, bones, joints, but there's also 18 grams of protein per serving. So a lot of the times what I do is I'll put this with a little bit of cocoa powder in my morning oats instead of chocolate protein powder. So you can add it to anything that you would add protein powder to, like again, oatmeal. You can add it to your smoothies. You can add it to like your coffee or your hot chocolate.